This guy's tough. Not tough enough, but tough nonetheless. And have we actually run past the cave entrance again? Probably. Seems to me not quite as far down the cliffs as I thought it was, but then again, I just can't see the dang thing, so I'm sure it was past that little scarab, but then it can't be because we're at the end of the cliff now. One of these days we'll get our bearings. One would hope that by the time I finish all 8 of these playthroughs that the entire map is just seared into my brain. Because if I'm still getting lost all the time after I've completed this game 8 times, then that would suggest I'm an even bigger idiot than I appear to be. And that is often a pretty big idiot. I could have just looked at the map and seen roughly where the coastal cave was marked on there, but yeah, idiot, like I said. Okay, so got the old lantern on. That really was a very useful purchase. I'm glad I picked it up. Do we want to mess with anything in here? Loot the place up? Or do we just want to run through? I mean, if everything can be one shot, then that's kind of cool. Nice. Sniped. Is his friend coming over? Or is he just having a look? Yeah, he's just having a look. He'll pay for that. And he did. A falchion. Not that we really need swords on old Cherry Bear, but good to have one nonetheless, I suppose. Lantern's not lighting up anywhere near enough space for me to be able to see these guys, but fortunately I can just keep pressing the lock-on button. You're a bit tougher, aren't you? What's that? Is that just ghosts? It is. So, yeah, killing all that stuff, not terribly worth it. Although we did get ourselves a land octopus ovary, which is, of course, something everyone wanted. It's used for crafting. It's puffy and it's milky white. Land octopuses eat humans in order to spare young. And theirs is the blood that runs through these ovaries. So human blood running through these ovaries, I guess. Delicious. Now. Let's see if we can't pop those lads. And now it should be a case of just fling rocks at our new friend. Oh. And then our new friend almost kills us. Are you gonna get involved, lads? Oh, that's too close to the wall, surely. Yeah, this spell doesn't seem to be hitting these guys very well. Although when it does, good grief, it connects. Now, where's your mate? Hiding over here somewhere. Let's switch back to Glintstone Peril, just because your mate probably also has minions, yes. Let's get some more rock slinging action on the go. Is that staggered? Might have staggered him. Which is enough to get the job done. Enemy fell. Tailoring tools and sewing needles. So that's double sewing needle. For some reason. Well done, nobles. You got the job done. Still need more flasks. Methinks. But now we can head on out and get that Dragon Communion. Site of Grace. Let's see. So we've got the Site of Grace. Is there anything else worth picking up around this area? Let's get into 20. Into 20, mind to 20, figure to 20. These are our initial goals, I think, on Cherry's levelling strat. We'll see if I remember that in about 8 hours' time when I get back to playing as her again. Now, do you have treasure for us? Mushrooms and whatnot. Not seeing any obvious glowies hanging around. Can we jump up here? Kinda? Yeah, we can. Why would we want to? Because of this. Exalted Flash. Eh. At least it gives us a good vantage point. And yeah, this is just a little island, really. Nothing major. I don't think there's a great deal of reason to come here unless you're using a character that is planning on using the dragon powers. So... And then it's even not worth coming back here once you've unlocked all 3, possibly. So even Lulu might not need to come back here at any stage. We're probably not tough enough to take on Margit yet, are we? So maybe we want to do another low level bit, but... We haven't had a go at that guy. But we're also nowhere near him on the map, so maybe we'll go for a bit of a jog. Yeah, in the absence of anything specifically in mind, we should probably go down and grab the Morning Star so we can prepare to do the dragon thing. Oi? Ah, we're near Bock, are we? Is that you, my friend?
You?
There we go.
What you some claw. You were just
Yep. We know all
much
this.
later than I ended up, isn't? Oh, when they so this is all I hope. Or I couldn't. Then I'd. Right.
Oh yeah, he's going back to the cave on the shore, isn't he? This cave on the shore, I believe. You got it, Fastbot.
Oh. What are you doing here? You must leave this place at once. They'll rush in and beat you to a pulp.
What if I've killed them all?
You'll end up just like me. Wait. Is that what I think it is? You got it back for me.
Ah,
My sewing needle.
very nice.
What made you go and do a thing like that? My mum was a seamstress, and that sewing kit was all I had to remember her by. I always wanted to be just like sweet old mum. Then I suppose I can't just curl up and die, can I?
No, that would be a bit lame, wouldn't it? You've got to stay strong for Mother.
Thank you. You're very kind. I always wanted to be a seamster like my mum. Then I suppose...
Is that all you have to say for now? Let's see. Yep, Bock's gone. Where's he gone? No idea. But he's on the next phase of his quest, I guess. Now, what further adventures have we in this direction? We've got some trolls and a cart. That was the Great Axe cart, I believe. And then is this Waypoint Ruins? Am I beginning to piece things together? Yeah. So this is Waypoint Ruins. Now, we had some reason to be here, I think, on someone. But I will be danged if I can remember what it was. Maybe there was a basement that we were looking for. Ah, there we go. So what was it we were doing down here? There's a boss. Cool. We've got no souls, runes, so we've got nothing to lose, I guess. Although, old Pumpkinhead. Oh, jeez. We can really damage him, but we can also take damage in the process. Ja! Especially if we get snagged on things. Having to heal repeatedly. Oh, God. We just keep getting caught on walls. Because this arena is just too small. Concentrating now. And just about staying out of trouble there. Picks up. Oops, switch to sword. I just wanted to switch to thing. Good. We got him! First try. Hoggers. Enemy felled. With a man. Well, woman. With a woman. And that's earned us a sight of grace and another level. Which is spiffing. Okay, it hasn't earned us another level. We're a bit shy. Never mind. Hello.
Tarnished, are we? I wonder you should turn up here.
You look like my sort of person.
I am a sorcerer, quite plainly. Why are you here?
We're here because we want to learn sorcery.
A yen for glintstone sorcery.
A yen, indeed.
Well, your aptitude does appear passable.
Damn right
One
it
must
does.
choose one's masters wisely. I was exiled from the Academy of Rhea Lucaria as a reviled, apostate witch.
Nice.
Do you still wish to learn from me?
Even more so.
Well, you are a piece of work. Very well. You are now my protege in glintstone sorcery. But I refuse to coddle or cast kind words. Never. Anticipate grievances, young apprentice.
Sweet, what can we learn? Glintstone Pebble. That's the one we're already using, isn't it? Scholar's Shield, so we can boost a shield if we had one. We can magic up a sword or something similar, so that might be useful for Trace at some point. A volley of glintstone shards. 3 shooting stars that pursue foes. So is that like the glintstone blade thing that we can get in the Church of Vows, but maybe not as good? Hard to say. We'll probably come back for you later. Yes. Quite. We're also just going to wreck up your house, because it's kind of what you do in these games. You just can't come across a sorcerer like this with their big piles of books and everything and not just absolutely ruin the place. But now where? Now, how many Gloveworts did we get? Just 1? 2? 2 graves and 1 ghost. Oh, I see. So they're different types. So it's like somber smithing stones and regular smithing stones, I guess. I'm not sure how you can tell which ones are renowned and which aren't, but that's fine. We got what we came for. Hopefully we've got enough to level up our thing at least once. Yes, good. Now it requires Grave Glovewort 2 to go up again. I keep wanting to call them Glaive Glovewort or Glaive Glovewort. It's a tricky thing to pronounce either way. So, are we going to be able to get a number 2 from any other catacombs in this region? Or are we going to have to press on? And have we dealt with patches? Can't remember if we've dealt with patches on Sammy's run through. So let's find out. Doesn't look as though we have. Oh, there he is. So we met him, and then I presume he beat us up. Oh, come on, Patches. How can you not be parried there? He doesn't want to be parried, it seems. But we can probably backstab him. Good damage. So yeah, we could just bait out his breathing attack and then stab him in the back a few times. Yeah, that's some good blood. You can live today, Patches.
Finally come round, have you? I knew you would. You're a lady of reason, through and through.
Sammy's absolutely not a lady of reason. You clearly don't know us. But this is fine, because I'm thinking now that we know what his trap chest does as well, I think it'll put us right next to the map marker for East Limgrave.
Frankly, so I'll be ready to.
Hi, friend. I'm not even here to speak to you, I'm just here to rob this other chest of yours. Oh, noes. Now, where are we? We are, in fact, right next to the map marker, more or less. It's behind us, is it? There it is. Fantastic. So we'll have that. Now, still saying we can't teleport. Is that just because we need to rest somewhere? Or do I need to actually make my way back to Patches? I think I just need to sit down at a bonfire, at a grace site, and then I'll be able to teleport again. Alright, is that our friend Kenneth?
Is anybody there?
Yes, it is.
Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great...
I will rescue you, Kenneth.
Despite a people might have heard. Young Tarnish, I want you to unite.
Not even going to ask for a kiss. Sammy's an independent puss. She'll put up with a bit of fuss when she wants it, but then as soon as she's decided she's had enough, she's off on her next adventure. And let's see, now that we've sat down, yes, we can freely port around again. But what I really want to do is find some catacombs in this area, because I'd really quite like some more gloveworts. Is there anything of interest along this beach? Because there's a cliff over there. Cliffs are usually interesting. Anything hidden? I mean, there's stuff up there. How does one get to that stuff? Because one probably can't drop down from up above because it looks all pretty deadly. So perhaps one needs to teleport. What have you got to say, message? Why is it always cliff? I agree. Well, well, that was foolish. Maybe we can get it to it from the top. There might have been a safe way down these cliffs. We'll have to find out. But I'd need to get right up to that top bit. So, is there a spirit spring anywhere nearby? Or am I going to have to climb up the old-fashioned way? There's one there. And there's dogs everywhere. And yeah, it looks like people have tried and failed to get down there. That is too steep of a drop, I feel. But then someone's managed to stand on that bit over there. How did they get over there? Do we need to spirit spring from the very top, perchance? The plot thickens. But let's keep running around these cliffs just in case there's a catacomb that I'm missing. What are you doing? Why is there a roly giant after me? I was miles away and he just laser focused on me there. Despite the fact I quite clearly don't want none. I'm just exploring, giant friend. Leave me be. Is this taking us into Caelid? Because that's not a place we'd like to hang out just yet. So yeah, you can see all the bloodstains where people have tried various points. That church. Certainly a place of interest, isn't it? It might have a site of grace in it for us. What's this commemorating? Lord Godfrey, at last at the end of his campaign, his golden armies unvanquished and unbowed, yet finds grace lost tape. Yeah, whatever. Nothing terribly useful for us. Oh, are we getting invaded? Oh, is this Anastasia? The Tarnished Eater? It might be. So we should probably leg it in here and see if we can't light up this site of grace. Please allow us to light it up. Good. Now we may fight. Especially if you're going to be that easy to parry. Oops. Although, yeah, let's not get cocky, kid. And the third time we just didn't even parry for some reason. Hey ho. Now, is she immediately going to spring into action and try and wreck us up? We'll pillage this loot where we can. Where are our runes? There they are. Now, are you coming for us once again, Anastasia, or do we have to... Maybe we have to approach the door from the front and then she'll come for us again. So we won't do that right now. Who are you? And why are you just lurking on the edge of the cliff? Dang, we nearly pillaged his corpse. Hopefully he didn't have anything terribly important about his person. This isn't really allowing us to get to that thing that I was looking for down at the base of the cliffs, is it? But it's a fun place to explore, nonetheless. And yeah, that didn't go well. Can you not be parried, or am I just bad? It's hard to say which is happening here. Maybe we'll just jump stack you to death. Nice. Oh god, there's loads of them. Oh god, there's even more than I thought. Cheese it. They're everywhere, in fact. See ya. Oh. Actually, no, we want to go this way, so... yeah, we're back. Ignore us. There's a lad up there. A tree branch. This is all very fascinating. Minor Tree. Oh dear. Oh, that's a boss. Putrid Avatar. It's not the same Putrid Avatar that we keep running into in Caelid, is it? Is this that? No, it can't be, right? Either way, what looks to be a Casacomb. But if we are in Caelid, this could be horribly overleveled for us, so...